What's up guys, and welcome back to another video, and today we are taking a look at the Hennessy Velociraptor 6x6, or also known as the Ford Hennessy Velociraptor 6x6. Now, I want to turn this into one of the ultimate off-roader builds. Now, when I'm usually off-roading, I usually use stuff like the Land Rover, but today I want to see if this Ford could take over. So let's get into the vid. Well, let's get out. What I'm going to do is give it a test drive, come back, do a quick build, and do another race, because there's a race I haven't done in Forza yet, I would like to do. So here it is. Guys, let me just sort stuff out. So, this is the engine sound. Interesting, a nice V6 from the old Ford. Let's give this a little test drive. I am in, not Blizzard Mountain, Fortune Island. But, this is just a cool map.
You have arrived at your destination.
This is probably one of my favourite Forza DLCs. Not just because this is the only one I was able to get, but it's probably one of the coolest ones. Especially with the Lamborghini Urus, one of my favourite looking SUVs of all time. And doesn't this car just suit? I feel like this should be one of the DLC cars in the game, but that's just me. And also I'm running on the Xbox One S. Just to let you know, as everybody is doing it on the Xbox Series X. Like that doesn't get confusing at all. Well, let's do... let's do this one and see how this drops. This is the coolest car we had in Forza for years. Like, I think the last cool car they added was the Mercedes-Benz 6x6. And that was awesome. Oh, yes. So if you hear meowing in the background, that's probably my cat. So we got the 6x6, the other 6x6, I think I got stock. I might have actually upgrade that one. I was going to see how much horsepower this has got over the standard one. What I can do is compare it to the regular Raptor, and the regular Raptor's only got 450 brake horsepower. The custom Raptor I built had 1,000 horsepower because I decided to be a buffoon. This has 600 horsepower more than the standard Raptor. And that's much more than the European version. Much less. By probably, I don't know, 300 less. It's much more. It's even less than the old Lambo. So this is what I use all the time, either my Defender or the Ranger, because I'm British and I like Land Rovers. this could beat it by looking badass and cooler. So let's get into the race. And as you can tell, loading, you can't see the car. Well, let's just get started in this race. So, this is the new Ford F-150 6x6. It is one of the coolest off-roaders they added to the game. Now, my one quest for Forza is, as we're getting so many 6x6s in these races, in these games, can we have some sort of Land Rover 6x6? Now that would be cool. So I don't know if you watch any other videos, but a Land Rover 6x6 really does sound cool. Not just because it'd be our first Land Rover that's a pickup, but it's also a very cool idea. Now, as we get in the race, I'm getting beaten by my old brothers, the standard kind. Right. I haven't done this race before, so this is first time. Oh, that channel effect sounds awesome. And going through the sand and stuff, this looks like a toy. I mean, like a Tonka truck compared to the others. Got all 6 wheels working on their suspension. I just think really we should get a Land Rover 6x6, and then we got like 3 different 6x6s to compare. Oh, there we go. We have flied past the regular Fords. Now the upgrades I can really see, besides adding an extra axle, is a bigger truck bed. Because being 6x6, you gotta have like a track bed. If we go in camera mode. Right, the difference is I can see. Obviously this bit has been extended. We've got a bigger door, but I think that's to do with they picked the, is it double cab or some sort of cab? I don't know. I don't have trucks in England much. The only trucks we get is them small ones, like the velociraptor. It doesn't say Raptor on the side anymore. It says Hennessy. Things on the back's any different? Well, I don't know if that's ever been featured on the... Oh yeah, that light. If you look on the rear, the back of that was chrome, where this one's all blacked out. Say 6x6, velociraptor, I think a meteor rear bumper. And if you look on the sides, nothing much changed. Maybe them are maybe new. Actually, no. I believe if you look at them 2 cars, I feel like the Raptor is just higher up. The grille has not changed much. I think the only difference is on the grille is that's grey and not black anymore. The front bumpers dramatically change. This just looks boring. And that just makes the Raptor look like a truck. Knobbier tyres, because them tyres are just not as... They look off-roady. And these look tough. And anything else, thought the hood was new. And it says Hennessy there. I feel like that's maybe unnecessary to have saying it Hennessy there. I believe the interiors are all the same. And I believe that's a 2016 and this is a 2019, so maybe upgraded lights and stuff. But to end, this is one of the weirdest cars to have in Britain. Just by everything I might just show you later. When we head to the UK, this will look like a weird thing. Plus things will get nicked in the back in England. But apart from me oversteering, this is to do with being 6-wheel. This is a great pickup. See what the Americans love a Ford F-150. It's just something the Americans love. So we're going for the water. This definitely has one issue. It likes to oversteer a lot, so when this car will get added to Forza 8, Forza Motorsport or Forza 8, this will oversteer so much I don't think anyone can drive it. But I know I mentioned this loads of times, guys, but I really want this truck in England. This would just look such a cool car, and it probably might make everybody's Range Rover look tiny. Well, the reason why we don't get these in England is, well, we're British and we've got small little roads. Also, guys, before we continue and upgrade this car, please like, comment and subscribe, and maybe hit myself 10 likes for this goal. Come on, guys, I know you can do it. Hit the 10 likes. Now we're on our last lap to see if we can overtake my brothers. Now when I mean my brothers, I mean my tiny brothers, because this is big. It's almost the same size and length as the Hummer H1, and that is like what I consider big. Also, on plus sides to the Ford is I notice it's a bit better than the Mercedes S16. Now I do love the Mercedes S16, but there are a few things I notice improved. For starters, with the bed, it's much wider than the 6x6, because if you look at it, it's got like the pillars, and unlike your 6x6, unlike the Mercedes, this has plastic, so you don't worry if you scratch a bamboo. Right now, another thing, well, it's far better. I love the Mercedes, but it's too... Well, I know it's only one a Land Rover, but it's a Land Rover. It's meant to be chunky as well. Also, Forza, please add the new Defender. Especially if they make an SVR version. That would just be the icing on the cake. Right, so as we did that, well, let's head back to the festival. And let's do some upgrades. Right, so let's see what we can do to this car. Might be late on this video on the game because loads of people now probably did modifications to this car, but well, this will be fun. So what we got a choice, we got a standard V6 that's producing 600 horsepower. Then we move up to the racing V8 that's got a 7.2 litre V8 with 850 horsepower. And we got another V6 twin turbo. Now, would I want to sound cool? Well, I did say I want to make this into the ultimate, but I'm not too sure another V6 twin turbo is like where we want to go. Now, if we look, you get 900 in this one, but you get 800 in this. I might go for the V8 just because it's a Ford and V8 sound cool. Next, we could slap a nice twin turbo, being the American truck. 1 minute. But, there you go guys, as you can see a bit better. Next, now this is, wait, this is kind of also better than 6x6 because I think the 6x6 from Mercedes is smaller, so you can fit a bigger tyre and you can still get storage, but it still despises of the point of storage because you kind of need weird just to put stuff in the back. So I'm gonna stay with standard. It looks cool anyway. So if you want to do that, do that. Real tyres. You don't have the wheel fitment, and I think that's alright. Look at that, wheel fitment's good. And let's widen out them tyres. They're chunky enough they are. Widen them out. I'm gonna leave them rims because they look like one of the toughest rims you can have on a car. Now, if you are a Top Gear fanboy, and I am because I love Top Gear, if you can't tell from the name of my channel. Now apart from Richard Hammond, who is stylish, all of them hate trucks for a couple of good reasons. One, if you have it in England, people nick stuff in the trunk. Two, they're a bit big, a bit silly. And three, I just think they're not into trucks. So, as we get into the end of this build, bigger intercooler, much better flywheel, 92, right. That cost us all 92, and we still kept the V8 just because I think it might work better than the V6. Because we're building the ultimate off-roader, not the ultimate speed machine. Right, design and paint. Now what colours do you get? Well, you get a silver, nice but a bit boring. A maroon red. Now, I've never seen a Ford truck. I haven't seen a Ford Ranger in this colour, but I haven't seen on YouTube any Ford F-150s in this colour. You got the much brighter and more vibrant red. That sort of reminds me of a Ford F-150 we haven't got in Forza. Begins with Shelby and ends with Raptor. And then we got the classic blue. Matches the suspension, as you can see. Black, silver, silver, white. I'm going to go for this blue. And unfortunately you got no double paint options. So let's just save that. Now this is, I believe, the second F-150 we had in Forza. Not all. We had basically 2 F-150s and 2 Raptors added to the game. So, let's see how this performs. I really wish I have the Xbox Series X at the moment. Because this is the Xbox. This gives me a good excuse saying, after Christmas time, you might be expecting some Xbox 360 gameplay. So stay tuned, like, comment and subscribe. You might see some classic Forza gameplay. But this is what we got. Oh, that is quick! That is quick. This is quick. Oh. It does prove my fact it's taller, isn't it? Yeah. Also, I didn't mention, but another upgrade you got on this one compared to that one is the light bar on the top and the roof thing, the roll bar thing. So, we will at some point build the ultimate track guard. I'm planning for the new Mercedes Hammerhead or Porsche just to conquer that bit. So, what we're going to do is use this one. Do this one. Actually. Guys, I've got a different idea. I'm going to do this one for a separate video. Just because how big the race is, I think I could do it for a whole vid. So, instead of that, we're going to find just a simple built off-road race. Yeah, don't ask why I went countryside with the Lambos and Ferraris. I was being a big buffoon. Also, maybe could we get a Silverado to the game, because we got the Colorado, that's like the small Chevy to rival the Ford. Even though that Chevy's probably a bit pointless because the Ford Raptor is not coming. The Ranger Raptor is not in England. I mean America. So I feel like that's just a rival for itself. And this has like other little American trucks I don't know in America. Leave down in the comments below if you know any. Right, let's see how this rumbles. Now it still feels a bit oversteery. But I could need to do it for my clumsy driving skills. Now, let's get this out of the way and see how this is shaping up to drive. This seemed to drive better than before, and we're pretending that never happening. The most oversteer. Well, at least I'm not the only one who's done that. Surely our AI's just done the same. But this oversteers too much. Right, we're just gonna get this over the way. This oversteers too much. But this game doesn't surprise me. I understand it's a bit boring lately because this is Forza and we had it over for 2 years by now. It's coming up way because we're obviously not bearing the new Forza Motorsport until next year. But what Forza does to make this game feel fresh, I believe they have done it. They've done this one in the war in the park. So this is probably one of the best Forza game I ever played. It's not the world's best Forza because that does still go to my heart. Forza 7, I mean Forza 4, but this is one of the best driving games you can buy. This is like test drive without opening your doors and down in public, because that's still a cool feature. coming up to the end of the vid. Right, let's see if we can get this right. And then here we go, cross the line. Oh. Oh guys, what can we verdict on this vid? Also, I don't know if anyone noticed with the forward, this, I've been having this lately. With the Raptor, I find it jiggling up and down in these menus and stuff. But guys, what can I verdict on say? Should you go ahead and unlock it, or should you hold off and try to unlock something else? Well, it's a tricky one to answer. If you're into your Fords and you love the 6x6, I say go ahead and buy it. Now, for the normal people who just like driving, now this puts a difficult point for you guys. I say you two guys, go ahead and buy it. This car might surprise you how good it is. It's not the best off-roader, because I still think the Defender does something this doesn't. But that could be to do with blocking us and stuff. Now, before we go, I want to notice two things before we head off. Now, Forza Fun this week is the same Forza Fun. Forza Fun this week, you can get the Toyota Supra Mark III and the Lamborghini Remington. And if you want to get any of these stuff, the Mexican hat horn and the best mate. I'm pretty sure that's probably an Australian reference. I'm sorry, Australians, if I'm very upsetting you. I don't mean to. And if you want to know what the backstage passes are this week, here it is. Here are the two you can pick. Now, I went for the M3 because I think one, it's cool. Two, it's a bit more rarer. And three, we had that Mustang loads of times, and I feel like a Mustang looks a bit boring now. So, I go for the M3. You pick your choice. Both brilliant cars. If you like this video, please smash that like button. And until next time, goodbye.